Hey everyone, it's Freiburger. I wanted to tell you all about my 69 Mach 1, the Disgustang. What's my agenda here? First of all, you got to sign up for the MotorTrend app so you can see all sorts of shows about this car. On Roadkill, me and Finnegan rescued it out of a junkyard, and we drove the thing up to Washington in one episode, and then there's 2 episodes of Roadkill Garage right now where you got me and Dulcich building this whole thing. And in case you haven't seen those episodes, I'm going to show you what the car is all about. What's my second agenda? Of course, getting you to buy a Disgustang t-shirt at shop.davidfreiburger.com. There's a link in the description. So this thing is a 1969 Mustang Mach 1, and it sat in a junkyard since like from 1981 to about 2017-ish. So it was junked and gone forever. It was in Colorado and had a lot of rust. And the first thing as part of the buildup that we did after gutting the whole thing is I had my buddies at Hot Rod Ranch repair rust in the car all below this stripe. It wasn't too bad up here, but there's some bubbling in here. This quarter panel right here was all rusted out, as it was on the other side, and they fixed it and then matched it to the original color, which is a Mustang color that they called Indian Fire in 1969, and you really can't tell. All of the floors are also completely repaired, so those of you who have been following the car, have a look. No rust whatsoever in those floorboards. It is now 100% solid. And you can see in that video, a little clip right there, that it also has a stick in it now. This thing came from the factory with a 351 and a FMX automatic. It now has an American Powertrain TKO 600 5-speed manual transmission in it. And that swap was actually really easy. You can see lots of details about that on the show. The engine that I've got in this thing is got some wiring and stuff on it right now that's ugly and needs to be redone, so ignore that right now. This is a 410 cubic inch Windsor. The short block is all from Blueprint Engines. It's got AFR 195 heads on it. It's got a tiny comp cams hydraulic roller cam. It's 218 at 50. Really tame and mild, with a RPM air gap intake manifold. It's got an 850 brawler on it and headers and everything. It makes to the tires, let me see if I can remember what it did. I think it made 490 pound-feet and 412 horsepower. On the engine dyno, it made 520 pound-feet and 480 horsepower or something like that. And I've also got this Griffin aluminum radiator in it with integral electric fans, and that has been amazing. This thing runs so cool. It is awesome. As far as suspension on the Disgustang, it has got sort of a mishmash of parts that I created myself. And the reason for that is I truly want to drive this thing every single day. And so I don't want it to be all pro touring and road racy and riding rough and stuff like that. I wanted it to be smooth, but I wanted better geometry than factory. And so basically it's all stock parts, all rubber bushings, but it's got a 1 1/4 inch sway bar in the front, and it's got Global West upper control arms with the Shelby mod, which is dropping the pivot point of the upper control arm about 1 1/4 inches to improve the camber curve on the thing. But I didn't want to do big nasty 18-inch or 17-inch wheels, and so it's just got regular factory disc brakes on it. The wheels that I've got are Ford Steelies that were custom made at Stockton Wheel. They're 15x7s in the front and 15x8s in the back, and they've got a 235/60 on the front and a 275/60 on the rear. And why are they painted gold? Because they mimic Mickey Thompson's Mach 1s that he ran in 1968 before the Mach 1 was even a thing at the Bonneville Salt Flats and set all kinds of records. They had 3 cars. A blue one, a yellow one, and a red one, and both the blue one and the red one had these gold wheels on them. And so a lot of people consider that super ugly, but to me it's a tribute to what Mickey Thompson did, because Mickey Thompson is the greatest hot rodder on earth. The hood on the Disgustang is from Maier Racing, and it is not Mike Maier, but the other company that still does fiberglass. I guess that was a family that split up, and the not Mike Maier Racing did the fiberglass hood, which has a Cougar Eliminator scoop on it. It's shorter than a Boss 429 scoop, but it does give me clearance that I had to have for that air gap intake manifold. Now for chassis rigidity on this thing, I did go to Mike Maier Racing, and it has their subframe connectors in it, as well as a big X-brace underneath the thing. And that's what I did on the suspension. I think I didn't tell you that I've got Koni shocks on the thing all the way around as well. I've been really happy with the suspension package. The springs on this thing, I got some springs from, what's his name? Scott can't remember the guy's name. Who's the guy? Scott Drake, who does all of the Ford Mustang reproduction parts. And I had to have Lucky Costa actually cut a coil for me while I was gone for a week because they sat way too high, even though they were called 1-inch drop springs. In the back, it's got the original springs in it with a 1-inch drop block. So this thing is not completely slammed, but it is significantly lower than it used to be. And so the next thing that needs to happen on the Disgustang is a complete interior makeover. I've got vintage air going in the thing. Lucky is going to help me with that. And I do have an all new interior, new carpet, new seat covers, new everything. We're going to redo it in white. It's going to be amazing. Now let me show you what this thing sounds like through the J. Biddle American exhaust system. And then I will take off out of here. And that'll be the end of this video. Reminding you to please check out the Disgustang on the MotorTrend app and get a Disgustang shirt at my own site. Here we go.